What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BWT. And today we will be talking about the New York Mets offseason plans. But before we get into that, make sure you guys are liking this video, commenting on this video, and sharing this video to any Mets fans that you know. The Mets are the stepchild of New York. If you are new to this channel, I am a Yankee fan, so that is why I'm throwing that little jab at the Mets. They try to be us so bad, and it just never works. But make sure you guys are liking this video, commenting, sharing, and also click the link in the description to become a member of the Refuse to Lose Network so that you can get into any chat, right? You can have raw debates on any sports. We've got a football, NFL chat. We've got a college football chat. We've got NBA mixed in with WNBA. We've got a baseball chat. We've got a combat chat, which is a combination of boxing, UFC, and WWE. And then we also have college basketball, men's and women's. And the NBA chat is also a combination of WNBA and NBA. So now that that's out the way, the Mets will always Met, right? I don't know if you guys have been following the Mets for a little bit, but a couple years ago in spring training, they practiced winning the World Series. They went out there, went onto the field, and practiced a celebration for the World Series. The Mets suck. Okay? It was yet another disappointing season for the Mets and the people out in Queens. Again, the worst team in New York. I will stand on that forever. Cohen, you can go out and try to buy whoever for however much amount of money, and they will always disappoint you. All right. This year they are getting back Edwin Diaz, who got injured in the World Baseball Classic after a celebration when Team PR beat Team DR. So he was out for the year with a torn ACL. And then this season, Ronnie Marcio was playing in the Dominican Winter League, and he went to go steal second base, and he tore his ACL. He's out for the season. He is a very high prospect in their organization. And now they got to wait another year for him to even be healthy enough to step out onto the field. They acquired Acuna's little brother, Ronald Acuna's little brother, Luis Angel Acuna, in a trade for Max Scherzer. Right? The Mets. I know some Mets fans, and they got so hyped when they traded for Scherzer, and then they went out and got Justin Verlander, and I'm like, dude, these guys are old. Like, why do you think that they're going to be able to consistently pitch throughout the entire regular season and then do something in the postseason? Right? Max Scherzer got absolutely smacked his last postseason game for the Mets. Right? Max Scherzer, while playing for the Nationals, went out and said, hey, my arm is tired. I can't pitch today. What makes you think that he can last an entire season? Why do you throw a stupid amount of money to these old veterans? Because the Yankees do it. And you want to be the Yankees so bad. So bad. and then it'll never happen, right? I feel bad for Lindor. I feel bad for Lindor because he's one of my favorite players to watch and study. When I was playing the game, he was one of the guys that I would always YouTube um, videos and seeing his highlights of him hitting bombs and making tremendous plays at shortstop while he was playing for the Cleveland Indians, now the Cleveland Guardians. But yeah, there was some highlights in the season, right? They finished 75-87 to be fourth in the NL East. Their payroll is not fourth in any division, right? They should be at the top of the division, competing with the Braves and the Phillies for number one in this division with the amount of talent that they have, right? Pete Alonso batted 217 with 46 home runs and 118 RBIs. There was talks that he was going to get traded this offseason, but the fans are not allowing that to happen. So Steve Cohen is listening to the fans, and they took him off the market. Francisco Lindor batted 254 with 31 home runs and 98 RBIs. Starling Marte, 248, 5 home runs with 28 RBIs. He got hurt in the season, so that's why his RBIs are low. Jeff McNeil batted 270, 10 home runs with 55 RBIs. They went out and signed Kodai Senga. He went 12-7 with a 2.98 ERA, 166.1 innings pitched, and 202 strikeouts. He was in contention for NL Rookie of the Year, and in my opinion, should have been in the running for NL Cy Young as well because of the numbers that he put up on this god-awful team. Francisco Alvarez, rookie catcher, he batted 209, 25 home runs with 63 RBIs, and Brandon Nimmo batted 274 with 24 home runs and 68 RBIs. Their team they need it all. They need hope. They need a miracle. They need it all. They went out and signed Sean Manaea, left-handed pitcher. You want to be the Yankees so bad that you went out and signed Luis Severino, longtime Yankee, right? And he's so confused in his introduction interview. He said, "I'm so thankful for the Yankees." I mean, the Mets. He didn't want to sign with you guys. He didn't. But again, you overpay guys. So he went with the money. I don't blame him. He doesn't have to move. His family doesn't have to move. So just take the train to Queens instead of the Bronx. You also went out and got Harrison Bader, another Yankee center fielder, right? He was great defensively. Defensively, I have nothing bad to say about this guy, but offensively, he has his struggles, and he was exposed last season, and that's why we put him on waivers, and then he was claimed by the Reds, and then the Reds didn't re-sign him, and the Mets went out and signed him for a year. So him being a New York guy, again, he doesn't have to move his family. He grew up rooting for the Yankees, though, not the Mets. So he grew up hating this franchise just because of the Subway rivalry, right? And then they went out and signed Joey Wendell, third baseman, from I believe he played with the Marlins last year. They went out and signed relief pitcher Jorge Lopez. They went out and signed Michael Tonkin, a relief pitcher. And they also went out and signed another relief pitcher in Austin Adams. The free agents that they have going to the market this season are Carlos Carrasco, David Robertson, relief pitcher, Adam Ottavino, relief pitcher, Tim LaCastro, another ex-Yankee, Ottavino was another ex-Yankee. Dave Robertson, another ex-Yankee. And of course, the one, the only, Daniel Vogelback is also a free agent this season. Um, they need pitching and outfield. I know they joked around and said that they needed it all, but they're good in the infield, right? First base with Pete, then you got McNeil at second, and Lindor at short, and then with the signing of Joey Wendell and also Brett Beatty is up and down from the minors, up at third base, and catcher Francisco Alvarez. He is a very good defensive catcher. Offensively, he tends to struggle, but at the catcher position, that is like a normal thing, right? If you can command a game and defensively, you um, teams don't really look for a a big outbreak of a season for a catcher, right? But if you do it on both sides of the ball, then you are one of the greats like Yachty, Buster Posey, Joe Mauer, those guys. Just speaking of recent, because I know there's tons of legend catchers: Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra, um, tons of other guys, Pudge, right? Ivan Rodriguez, like tons of guys. But a majority of catchers are just out there to command the game, right? They're to cross sports here. They're the quarterback of the field, right? Because they can see everything from their point of view. They are calling the game with the pitcher, so they have control of what is happening every single pitch. So that is why people tend to look the other way when it comes to offense for catchers. Um, I believe they go out and sign James Paxton, starting pitcher, Adam Duvall, an outfielder, and I believe they re-sign Adam Ottavino. Um, that is all we've got for you guys today on the Mets offseason plan. Um, again, right? Mets will Met. The Mets will Met. It's just it's a saying. It's what they do. It's literally what they do, right? Um, so make sure you guys are liking this video, commenting, sharing with your Mets friends. They're going through it, so also send them like a care package. Send them out a care package because they're just going through rough times right now. Make sure you guys are clicking that sub button so you don't miss another off-season plan. I will be back with the Marlins in my next video, and then the Phillies, and then the Braves, right? And then the NL East is done. The entire National League will be done, and then we go on to the American League where things are starting to get crazy. So hope everyone has a great day. Peace.